Judge, my son, is there something troubling you?
Yeah, these buffers are pretty difficult.
Have you not heard of the buffer gospel?
The buffer gospel? What's that?
That may be the stupidest question I have ever heard. Hit him with a little buffer gospel.
Those who resist pH change are chemical buffers, and they indicate terms that last until the hues of pink, and enter this titration without sound spill.
If I can recollect all of my AP chem, I'd sit and read, I'll repeat this as a base I've seen. But that's not true, it's a blur, it's word buffer. It's on the test, open Atkins, I'll refer. HA and minus A, add to solution, tolerate 1 to your pH range. What's this all really mean? When they tag teams, sometimes chems like hella mad it seems. Cause they protect us from the stronger. Watch your blood, sweat and tears, appear protons no longer. Weak acid by hydroxide, our basic dreams just died. NSOK trust, normal H+. That's good stoichiometry. Equilibrium is pretty easy, make this small and kinda sneaky. It's about conjugate pairs, no need to cram. I hope you understand before the final exam. My buffer gospel.
Those who resist pH change are chemical buffers, and they turn last until you think. Enter this titration without sound spill.
Tell me, do you see that lab? Ain't it rough? Can make it proper buff, it's not that tough. Just gonna mix the right stuff. But over there, he's got the trick. Weak acid's got him basic. Yeah, he makes SK with acetic. His covered grades got us lazy. Coming out of the classroom, making buffers really ain't that crazy. Oxyanion with the H. Weak acid with the pKa. Close to your designated pH. Put forwards on the anion. Henderson, Hasselbach, French companions. Don't make mistakes, I've been like champions. And when it's said and done, this buffer will probably be the right one. If I can reach you, don't stress. Never forget that Ghetto isn't finished with us yet. Just hear her voice in your brain. When you do, can just go blind, let Chatelier do his thing. My last piece of wisdom: when you set the reaction, don't make any false assumptions. Hydrogen's kinda sneaky. Erase spectators, focus on principal species. My buffer gospel.
Those who resist pH change are chemical buffers, and they turn to last until the using thing. Enter this titration without sound spill.
The most important concept is that buffers resist change in pH. If we look at the mechanism by which they do resist change in pH, we have to look at the equilibrium reaction that takes place for buffers. So HA reacts to form A- and H+ in an equilibrium reaction. So if we take the example that we used in the video of acetic acid plus water produces acetate plus H3O+. So when acid is added, the H3O+ reacts with the acetate to form acetic acid and water. And when a base is added, the OH- reacts with the acetic acid to form acetate and water. Both cases, the product that's formed is neutral, and thus there is no change in pH from the pKa of the acid itself. Since we have the acid in this case and we have the acid in this case, the pKa will be close to the pH. This is where you can see that the buffer capacity is highest when pH equals pKa. Looking at the Henderson-Hasselbach, pH equals pKa plus log A- over HA, we can see that for the buffer capacity to be the highest, log A- over HA has to equal 0. Then, using our log rules, we can see that the concentration of A- will have to equal the concentration of HA. This is a standard rule of buffers, and it's the mechanism by which buffers work.
Josh, did you learn anything from the gospel?
I did, but office hours would really help.